Yeah, because yeah, you were a little too revealing last time, Ken. Yeah, a little bit too revealing. Okay. Yeah, please do that. Yeah, or even shorts like this. That would be fine. Like what I'm wearing here. On Thursday nights, Thursdays, and Sundays. Thursdays and Sundays. Yep, complete change of clothes. I did that yesterday, so yes, like they're trying to do a little earlier in the day. They try to be up there more like around 5 o'clock, which is 5:30. Yep.